we mechanical engineers move the world.
And we are having with us renowned Professor Avinash Agarwal. Sir, thank you very much for sparing your time. So we have explored some brief about this project, M15 powered vehicle. So can you tell us brief about this project, sir? What is that M15?
Yeah, so you see, M15 means methanol 15%. So what it really means is that you displace 15% of petrol by methanol.
Yes.
Methanol is a locally produced fuel. You can produce it from municipal solid waste, garbage that you collect, agricultural waste, and high ash coal. So what that does is it reduces the cost. Methanol can be made at a cost of 15 rupees per liter, and it has half the energy content of gasoline, which essentially means that this motorcycle, if you run M85 motorcycle, this motorcycle can be operated at 40% the cost of what you operate a gasoline vehicle. So that means if this is running at 3 rupees per kilometer, M85 bike will be cost about 1.25 to 1.5 rupees per kilometer. It's a huge saving, and not only just huge saving, the motorcycle becomes more powerful. It gives you more power at wheels, it gives you higher torque, and it gives you lower emissions. So it's friendly on the pocket, and it's also friendly on the environment. And on top of it, the problem, which is municipal solid waste, is converted into wealth.
Sir, when we talk about ethanol blending, because we are carrying out 10% blending of ethanol in petrol, so I feel there is no such technological changes required if you are blending close to 20% ethanol in petrol. What about methanol blending? Is there some kind of changes required in the engine if you are mixing 15% or more than that?
So actually the thing is that even in ethanol, when you put just ethanol and you don't change anything, the engine will run. Methanol engine will also run. But then there are subtle changes that happen in the engine. For example, the drivability issues. The drivers will feel little less acceleration, little less speed. So it has to be optimized. So in both of these vehicles, M15 and M85, we optimize it so that the driver gets more power output. Okay, this will happen in ethanol vehicles also. And the advantage of methanol over ethanol is that if we produce ethanol on a commercial basis, this will be about 60 rupees per liter, 60% calorific value of gasoline. Whereas this fuel will be produced at 12 to 15 rupees per liter, half the value of gasoline. So if you add GST, profits, etc., per megajoule cost of energy of methanol 85 or methanol will be roughly about 30 to 35, 40% of gasoline. So it's a huge saving.
Yes. Sir, when we talk about
and with unlimited resources, so that means you can produce as much methanol as you like.
Yes.
We have coal for 300 years. All that coal which is high ash, it can be converted to methanol.
Sir, when we talk about alcohol as a fuel, they are having excellent properties. If you will talk about octane number or other things, but what about vapor pressure? What we can say the
reed vapor
mixing?
pressure.
Yes,
yeah.
yes.
So I think there are some challenges. So as I said, when we develop a vehicle, all these challenges which are there because of different physico-chemical properties,
yes,
they are addressed. So when we develop these vehicles, RVP problems have been taken care of. That is what is the process of development.
So I think some kind of preheating you are carrying
No,
out?
there is no preheating. We have kept the system very simple. So we have only changed, this engine runs on a microprocessor. That means there is a small computer in this engine, in this vehicle, which gets a lot of data from different sensors. Then it does the calculations, and then it activates the spark plug, it activates the fuel injector. So you have to change the programming, and that programming is not that you do coding, it is done based on the experiments. When you do experiments, you do optimization, and then you change this. So in this vehicle, there are certain hardware changes that have been done, and there are a lot of software changes that have been done. A new map has been proposed, has been installed in this vehicle. So essentially, if tomorrow this company decides that I have to sell a M85 vehicle, the cost of the product, additional cost of the product for methanol vehicle will be zero. That means they don't have to incur any expense at all. They can do it right at the production stage. It doesn't cost anything. But suppose you already have a gasoline fuel vehicle and you want to run it on M85, then certain changes have to be done. That may cost about few thousand rupees, maybe 4,000-5,000 rupees, you can convert. This vehicle M15, if you want to change to M15 vehicle, it is going to cost 100 rupees.
Okay.
100 rupees. So the challenge that was given to us by Niti Aayog was that you should develop a technology which is cheaper and masses can adopt.
Yes.
And it should be friendly on the pocket. See, in India the problem is that environmental protection is my neighbor's worry, not my worry. My worry is how much money I am paying. Okay, so if I am getting a fuel which is 1 rupees cheaper and it pollutes twice, people will buy it because they don't care about environment. So as a scientist, then it becomes our challenge that we should provide a solution which is environment friendly and which is also friendly on the pocket. That's why we have given this solution. This is half the cost. Everybody will go for it because it's friendly on the pocket.
Yes.
And it is low pollution. It gives you lesser carbon monoxide, lesser hydrocarbon, lesser NOx. And to these young guys, it will give you more kick because it has more power. It has more torque. The young guys, why do they buy Bullet or why do they buy performance bikes? Because when they are at red light, they want to be the first one to take off. So low speed torque of the vehicle has to be more. And methanol just precisely does that. If there is a petrol bike and there is a methanol bike, they are stopping on the red light. One of these guys is driving. This guy will be able to take off like very fast. So all these tests have been done and our product is quite good. I hope the industry accepts it and brings it to the market so that the young guys can benefit from it.
By one technical question to you, sir, students generally ask why we get more acceleration, more pickup in petrol vehicles. One thing is in petrol we are having homogeneous combustion, homogeneous mixture, whereas in diesel engine heterogeneous combustion takes place.
Correct.
What are the other things behind that, like to get the more acceleration pickup, or most of the high speed engines are petrol engines?
Right. So you have answered your question actually. So in petrol engine, you have an air-fuel ratio of 15:1.
Yes.
That means for 1 kilogram of fuel, you have 15 kilograms of air. Diesel engine, at maximum load, you will never cross 20. So you will operate between 20 to 100. That means in every cc of the swept volume of the engine, you are having much less energy content, much less diesel. So when you burn it, it gives you less torque, less power. In this, when you replace even gasoline with methanol, methanol has higher flame speed. So the transfer of force on the piston is more, and that is why this vehicle gives you more power, more torque and lower emissions. Lower emissions because methanol is 50% oxygen. So that fuel oxygen reacts with all the combustion products and burns them. So carbon monoxide gets converted into CO2. Hydrocarbon gets converted into CO2. Peak temperature is low, so NOx formation is also lower. So it's a win-win in all aspects.
Yes.
And we have made sure we have optimized every parameter. This vehicle took 2 years of experiments in my lab.
Great.
So it's not that you just do something and it just comes.
Yes.
There's a lot of hard work that goes into it.
That we can
so this ECU calibration that we do, if it is done by a foreign company, they will charge several $1 million just for this recalibration, writing the map. But at IIT Kanpur, we have all these facilities where we can generate our map. And I would request all of you guys, if you are interested, this gives you, some kick. Please join our group. We are looking for young people who have passion for biking, engines, clean environment. We are open.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. My last question to you, sir. What about lubrication and what we can say corrosion problems associated with alcohol fuel?
Yeah, I think it's a very relevant question. So, first let me talk about corrosion. Methanol is a very aggressive fuel, just like any alcohol. So it attacks the plastic parts. So what you need to do, that you need to do material compatibility testing. So when the company takes out the product in the market, every material that goes, whether it's metallic, non-metallic, plastic, rubber, all these are tested for reaction with the methanol. And then there is in the literature there are many products. So that's what I said, hardware change. That means if there is a rubber seal, you change it with the material which is methanol compatible. So these are some of the seals, some of the plastic components need to be replaced with methanol compatible material. Otherwise, corrosion problem, I don't think there is a corrosion problem. Little bit of more vapor formation will take place because methanol has oxygen, so there will be some water formation. So some dilution problem may happen for the lubricating oil, but it will not be major. And as this technology becomes popular, obviously the oil companies have to develop a new oil formulation for methanol vehicles. But as of now, whatever experiment we have done, the lubricating oils which are suitable for gasoline engine are also suitable for this M85, M15 technology. So as far as beginning is concerned, I think we are okay. But going forward, we will definitely need to have specialty lubricants which can address this problem if it arises.
Yes. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank
It's
you.
Very nice, great interaction with you, sir. Definitely, it is going to help lots of students. The students from mechanical or chemical engineering domain. I think this domain is majorly related to them.
Can I give some message to the
Yes,
students?
yes, definitely, sir.
So I think, dear students, one of the things I would like to tell you, we mechanical engineers move the world. Computer science is not everything. Core engineering is strong. It will remain strong. Don't get obsessed unnecessarily with computer science. It has some role, but at the end of the day, if you have to travel from IIT Delhi to some place, Noida, you will go on a motorcycle which is run by IC engine and not on some computer program. So your job will be secure. We will need mechanical engineers, and I invite those of you who are interested, who have passion for developing engine technology, environmental protection, fuel, please apply to Engine Research Lab IIT Kanpur. We'll be very happy. We are looking for passionate students who are smart, who can invest themselves in developing the technology for transport sector for future. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you.